Okay, Warm is back again, and tonight is the night. I know I've said it the last couple times, but I really am excited once again for this, our first class trial. And, well, let me think back on last time. We got my two suspects were Kazuichi Soda and Teru. I forget his last name. And I'm still pretty firm on those two at least. I just have to... I'm going to need to see more of their reactions and anything that comes out during the class trial itself. I still think it was a bit of a... If I had to criticize anything so far about this, I'd say there's the fact that we didn't get to examine the bathroom, even though it was open, and Hajime just seemed to brush it off and decide, hey, no, I don't need to go to the bathroom, so I'm not gonna search it, even though we were searching, every other room. I think he gave a poor excuse. I think it would have been better if he said something like, oh, I don't have time, I need to get to Mikan and Mahiru so I can get the autopsy and the map she drew. But instead he just said something weird like, oh, I don't need to go to the bathroom. So I could think of an excuse, but the way it was handled, not really. So I'm assuming there has to be something involving the bathroom that comes up in this case that we're just not going to be able to know until it happens, right? So knowing that, let's see what we have here. I think I only have one skill. Yes, I don't think I can... Well, it's the first case. I doubt there's going to be anything too crazy. I'm sure, because, well, I don't think I was that good. I wasn't that bad either at the mini games of the first game. But we'll have to see. Hopefully I can get through them all right. I am on normal difficulty, so it shouldn't be too crazy, but we'll see. Oh, you can change difficulty right there. No, I'm just gonna keep on where I am at the moment. Let's run down through all our facts right now. So, Monokuma file, we already went through this. The clear takeaway for me is that I think the skewer stab through the floorboards is 100% the result. I still don't know much about this knife. Obviously, it was prepared beforehand, and it could have been a bunch of different people. This trial could go crazy in that there could be like several different people who are trying to prep for a murder. For this one in particular, maybe Byakuya put it there, or maybe Teru put it there. Because it looks like a kitchen knife, right? I don't know much about knives, though, so... Then we have the pool of blood splattered. Yes, so this is evidence that I think Byakuya went there willingly by, himself. He wasn't dragged there. Yep, gaps in the floorboard. We have the timer that was set to 11:30, which I am now thinking was purposely done to cause the circuit to... Well, what would the term be? Cause the circuit to go out? Forgive my ignorance here. Flip the circuit. Whatever it is. Cause the lights to go out and everything go off for a little while. In conjunction with the iron and the lamp, I suppose. Night vision goggles. Byakuya bought them in. I think that we saw the case. We saw the case for the goggles in Duralumin case. So I think that's pretty clear cut. I have no idea why this is here. Trying to think. Was it because no one actually heard her fall, or... I'm not sure. The fact that it's here, though, means it has to mean something. I don't know. Yeah, so this is evidence. This Duralumin case, this specific truth bullet, I think, is evidence that it could be used to exonerate Peko, right? Because the key to the other case is in this case. So if Kazuichi comes out and says, "Oh, Peko did it," we can say, "Well, hang on. She could not have opened it and gotten a weapon because the key was in this case." Ibuki. Oh, and it even gives us the speech, or the what everyone was saying here. Nagito he pointed out what Byakuya said specifically. What's going on here? This is, and I can only think of this being useful in that it's showing he saw something, because, but I'm not sure. I need Nagito to explain what he thought. And the thing that popped out for me was, where is it? Yeah, don't step on my feet. So I think someone was walking over there, probably Byakuya, if I had to guess. Irons? Yep, all turned on. Probably used to overload the power. This I'm not sure about. This is confusing to me. Teru. Not sure about this either. Akane and Peko were the only ones who ate them. I'm not sure how that plays. Fire door. This one I'm also not sure about. Oh man, there's a good number of these I'm actually really not sure about. The knife found at the crime was not included, so brought from outside. So I think this is evidence that Byakuya may have been the one to bring it in, since all the kitchen knives. So this may show that Teru didn't put that knife there, because it's not one of the kitchen knives. Okay. Jaki's account, which matched with Fuyuhiko. He admitted that he walked by. Murder threat. Yeah, I don't know about this one, but Nagito had some thoughts about it, so maybe he'll elaborate later on. I'm doubting you, Kazuichi. I think you went to the bathroom. Yep, so the skewer. Yes, okay. I think that's everything. I'm nervous, excited but nervous. But I'm ready. I'm ready to avenge Byakuya and get to the bottom of this. Let's do it. Oh yeah. First one. First class trial in a long time for me.
Now then, let's begin with a simple explanation of the class trial.
I feel like... Oh, hey, Minomi. I feel like class trials at times are like... I don't know if this is a common opinion or not, but they're kind of like the peak of Danganronpa, right? Like, I'm sure they're a lot of people's favorite part. And, I think I agree with that. I know I've really enjoyed them. There are moments, of course, outside the class trials I enjoy, but some of them can be real special. Of course, with some of the cases in Danganronpa 1, there were some questionable moments of leaps in logic, and they're not all perfect, but I think they're all at least entertaining. So
during the class trial, you will present your arguments for who the killer is and vote for who done it. If you vote correctly, then only the blackened will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong person...
Oh, I had a thought. Has this group of people been told that accomplices don't get out too? I would think the same rules apply, right, as from the first game. But I don't remember them being told that, so I have to wonder. Maybe not specifically with this case, but I have to wonder if that would be a something to consider. Because I don't think that happened in the first game ever, right? But maybe in the future? I don't know.
I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and that person will earn the right to leave this island.
Such a cruel rule.
Before we begin, I'd like to confirm one thing. Is there really a killer among us?
Most definitely. There's no doubt that the blackened is lurking among you. Such a sad state of affairs, isn't it? By the way, this class trial is gonna be 100% fair, so there's no need to worry.
Fair? What does that mean?
I'm the type who hates favoritism and prejudice. Well, not as much as I hate Monami, of course.
You hate me that much?
Now, let's begin.
You're telling us to begin, but what are we supposed to do?
We gotta become detectives, Mikan. We have to do the work ourselves.
No complaining, let's just settle this with our fists.
No.
Were you even listening to the rules? Didn't that Byakuya bastard get killed in the dining hall, huh? Then everyone there is a fucking suspect.
Fuyuhiko, you don't get to talk first.
Yeah, what you're really trying to say is that you're not the killer, right?
No shit. You guys went off on your own and started killing each other. This has nothing to do with me.
I think he's actually right.
Huh? What does that mean?
Anyway, why don't we try talking about the most pressing issue on our minds?
The most pressing issue on our minds?
Where we found the body. It's very strange to find a body underneath a table.
Then, let's start with that mystery.
We can start with that, but ultimately we need to find out who murdered him. We can't do that. No. Thinking about if is a waste of time. We have to do this, no matter what. So, class trial, yes. Alrighty. No, that's alright, tutorial guy. Yes. Lies are mistakes, that's right. Truth bullets. Oh yeah, and I remember like at the latter half of the game in Danganronpa 1, it was like you had to switch between your truth bullets, and you could also memorize some statements and use them against other statements. And oh man, I'm probably not gonna do well when we get to that part. Yeah. Character statements you choose. Yep. Well, thank you, tutorial guy. I will try. Knife, but oh my goodness, we're already jumping straight into it. Oh,
Why was Byakuya's body
let's just listen to
in a
this first.
place like that?
Let's just take our time.
His body was underneath the table at the very back of the dining hall.
After the killer murdered Byakuya, they probably moved the body there.
No.
No, that's wrong.
Yes. I mean, no, that's wrong.
No, I don't think the killer moved the body.
Huh? Why?
Because there are no drag marks.
Try
He
to
went there
remember
himself.
What the body looked like when we found it under the table. Though there was a lot of blood everywhere, there was no sign the killer actually dragged the body through it.
That's right.
So that's why you think it's impossible that the killer moved the body. I see. I get your point.
Oh, and here I thought I had a genius idea.
Too
Nope.
bad you're so stupid and boring and unpopular. Your life is meaningless.
Okay, Hyoko, you need to stop being so one note.
I respond better to praise, you know.
But if the killer didn't move the body, why was it under the table?
Because Byakuya went there
Byakuya
himself.
was probably killed under the table.
Also true.
What? You think he was killed under the table?
Yes.
So Byakuya snuck under the table for reasons unknown.
Yeah, Nagito
and
gets it.
that's when he was killed.
Yeah.
Then, shortly thereafter, we found his body under the table.
That does make sense, but why did he go under the table?
Well, if he brought the knife in, probably to get that knife.
Obviously, he was hiding so he could surprise us. That dude was always a big jokester.
No, I don't think so,
Hell,
Akane.
he was? You seriously couldn't tell what kind of person he was?
Maybe he panicked during the blackout and dove under the table.
It's a blackout, not an earthquake. Just because the power went out doesn't mean you dive under the table.
The reason why is probably connected to what Byakuya was doing during the party, don't you think?
The reason Byakuya dove under the table, if it's connected to what Byakuya was doing during the party, then it's probably... Oh, crap. This... Oh, man. No.
Crap!
For the knife?
I can prove it with this.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, so it was his
Probably
knife,
has
right?
something to do with the knife we found under the table.
Yeah.
Knife? Oh, you mean that thing that obviously screams, I am the murder weapon!
Yes.
Byakuya probably noticed the knife was hidden there.
Oh. Was the knife a trap? Did someone know that Byakuya was going to bring night vision goggles, and then they used the paint, that type of paint, so that he would see it and purposely go under there? Wow. So this was super planned out. If that's the case.
So in order to get it, he moved under the table.
He was particularly sensitive to the presence of dangerous items, so I cannot deny that possibility. But how did he notice that there was a knife under the table?
If he knew beforehand, he probably would have done something about it before the blackout, right?
Then, instead of knowing about it beforehand, maybe he saw it right at that moment. Like, for example, he might have seen someone trying to take the knife out from under the table.
No, that's not possible.
What? You seem rather confident about that.
Of course. I have proof to back me up.
This is almost like a real trial.
We don't need the commentary, Monokuma. Various weak points. Oh yes, I remember this. Oh yes, okay. Yep, I'm remembering now. GLHF indeed. Knife, let's see. Oh my goodness. I think it's gonna be that though.
I'm sure Byakuya ducked under the table during the blackout.
Yes.
That sounds correct. If that's the case... During the blackout, Mr. Ham Hands must have seen the killer take the knife.
But it was super pitch black!
It was so dark I couldn't see my food. Byakuya couldn't see in the dark either.
No, that's wrong.
No, Byakuya was probably the only one who was able to see in the dark.
Ooh, this is a new track, right?
Why do you say that?
He was using those night vision goggles we found under the table. He could have seen what was happening.
So, are you saying Byakuya was the one who used those night vision goggles?
What? Yes. Yes, I am.
Yeah, that seems to be the case.
Your reasoning is out of focus.
What? Oh my goodness. This is
that's
new.
obviously wrong. It should be the other way around.
Oh, I'm being contradicted by someone? This is new.
Other way around?
Seriously? The killer used those night vision goggles, not Byakuya.
I was. This never happened in the first game. Ooh. Oh my goodness. Okay. What? Oh, okay. What in the world is this gonna be like? Shark, you're throwing a lot at me, game. Develop. Oh my goodness. I just need to, just show me the game. Truth, okay. Thank you, tutorial man. I hope not. Yeah, I'll try. I'm confused. Duralumin case, because it was in there, right? Duralumin case. Do I have to...
If you just use common sense. The killer obviously used those night vision goggles. That's gotta be it.
Damn it!
If you just use common... The killer obviously used those night vision goggles. That's gotta be it.
What?
Where's your proof that the killer used them?
Because if they used night vision goggles, then they could have killed Byakuya even in the dark. I mean, in reality, that's what happened. So those goggles were planned in advance. The killer brought them to the crime scene.
What in the world is happening?
If you just use common... The killer obviously used those night vision goggles. That's gotta be it.
Where's your proof that the killer used them?
Because if they used night vision goggles, then they could have killed Byakuya even in the dark. I mean, in reality, that's what... So those goggles were planned in advance. The killer brought them to the crime scene.
Oh, okay, I'm confused.
If you just use common sense. The killer obviously used those night vision goggles. That's gotta be it.
I can't back down!
Oh my goodness.
Where's your proof that the killer used them?
Because if they used night vision goggles, then they could have killed Byakuya even in the dark. I mean, in reality, that's what happened. So those goggles were planned in advance. The killer brought them to the crime scene.
What in the world? What am I supposed to do here?
If you just use common sense, the killer obviously used those night visions. That's gotta be it.
Where's your proof that the killer used them?
Because if they use night vision goggles, then they could have killed Byakuya even in the dark. I mean, in reality, so those goggles were planned in advance. The killer brought them to the crime scene.
Why?
Damn it!
If
Okay.
you just use common, the killer obviously used those night
I
visions.
don't
That's
like
gotta be
this. I don't understand what is happening.
Where's your proof that the killer used them?
Because if they use night vision goggles, then they could have killed Byakuya even in the dark. I mean, in reality, that's what. So those goggles were planned in advance. The killer brought them to the crime.
Allow me to cut through those words.
Oh, I clicked.
No, Byakuya was definitely the one who brought those night vision goggles.
Okay, I do not like that game. I do not like that one. Wow. Am I? Is it just me? Was I? Okay. Let's just continue.
Definitely? But why?
Inside the Duralumin case Byakuya had with him during the party, he found a smaller case for storing the night vision goggles.
Yes.
Which means we can assume that the night vision goggles were kept inside that Duralumin case as well. Woohoo! I said assume! Ibuki never uses such clever language.
Plus, Byakuya was the only one who could have taken the night vision goggles out of the case, since he was carrying it around before the blackout in the first place.
I see. When you put it like that, it makes sense.
I couldn't even concentrate on what she was saying. I don't even know what her rebuttal was.
Then, was that knife inside the case too? If there were night vision goggles inside, it wouldn't be weird for a knife to be in there too.
It would be weird.
I am weird, aren't I? At times like this, I'd rather be fantasizing about tonight's main dish.
Ew! You totally mean that in a perverted way.
The knife was brought. No, I don't think so. Duct tape?
I see.
Okay. Because it was taped to
There
the
was
thing?
duct tape left under the table where the body was found. Duct tape. They probably hid the knife by duct taping it to the underside of the table.
Oh, so that's why we found duct tape there.
Though Byakuya was thorough, even he couldn't have noticed a weapon taped to the underside of the table.
This may be off topic, but why was Byakuya acting so paranoid? Not only did he bring a self-defense kit, but he had night vision goggles inside the case too.
That's true. He went above and beyond, being a little cautious.
Now that you mention it, that applies to the dangerous items he confiscated as well. It's one thing to be a little cautious, but performing a body check is a bit much.
He probably knew. Someone was planning to commit a murder.
Are you saying he predicted the murder? Could it be? Was he also in possession of the all-seeing eye?
You think so too, right, Hajime?
Yep, we know.
I can prove it with this. Everyone, can you please take a look at this?
Be careful, the first kill will happen tonight. Someone will definitely kill someone.
Hey, the hell is this?
It's an advance notice of a murder.
Hajime and I found this in Byakuya's cottage.
It looks like a threatening letter someone sent to him.
So, who's the someone?
We don't know.
Nobody besides Monokuma would write such a dumb, threatening letter like that.
Actually possible. We know he, in the first game, he wrote false things. So, definitely possible.
Was it me?
But maybe not this time.
Sure. The only lies I tell are friendly lies.
Of course, I see.
Those are still lies. Doesn't matter who wrote it yet. So, Byakuya became paranoid because of this threatening letter?
He probably decided to throw a party because of the letter.
What do you mean?
By gathering everyone in one place, he tried to create a situation where everyone could keep tabs on each other. In doing so, he tried to put the writer of the letter in a situation where they couldn't act.
But the letter might have been just a little prank.
As long as he was determined not to let any of us die, he couldn't take that risk. A strong sense of responsibility made him believe the letter was legitimate.
I'm just gonna... The voices sound a little low to me, so...
You should have told us you received a threatening letter.
If he had, we would have panicked. Byakuya probably knew that too.
So, he tried to do something about it without telling anyone?
Seems to be the case.
I see. A strong sense of responsibility as our leader was his undoing.
Screw that noise! Who the hell wrote that letter?
Well, obviously, the killer.
The killer. Is it really one of us? Who is it? Among us, who's the one who killed Byakuya?
Enough already! Show yourself, you coward!
If they were willing to come forward, they never would have committed a murder in the first place.
But I still can't believe it. Someone in this room killed Byakuya. There's no way I can believe that yet.
Pardon me. Can I say something, please?
What is it, Miss Sonia?
I regret that I must return to this topic, but I just realized something concerning the night vision goggles.
Lay it on us.
If Byakuya was indeed wearing those goggles, how did the killer manage to navigate in the dark?
What do you mean?
You're right. They wouldn't have been able to see anything without the night vision goggles.
Oh, well, they weren't in the room. The killer had planted the knife at a certain location and then went underneath the building at that location and just waited till he heard Byakuya there.
But if the murderer had the goggles when they took the knife, then how did Byakuya see them?
Even if the knife bore some sort of mark, it would have been difficult to see it in that darkness.
No, the cat, yeah. It was the glowing paint.
I see! What if the glowing paint was the mark? With that, you'd be able to get the knife even in the dark. In actuality, the knife we found under the table and the duct tape stuck to the underside of the table were both marked with glowing paint.
Yes,
right?
with, the game said a dully color? I guess that means glowing.
Does that mean the killer painted them in advance?
That would seem to be the case.
But painting them with glowing paint? It's as if they knew the blackout was going to happen.
Yes.
They had to have already known. That's why they used the glowing paint as a mark. Which means whoever set up the blackout is the killer.
That seals it. The killer is whoever was in the office with the circuit
Okay,
breaker.
Kazuichi, here we go.
Which means it was you, Peko Pekoyama!
Nope.
Peko killed poor Byakuya? Was this island not big enough for 2 glasses wearers?
Not the killer.
Oh, I guess she's not.
Good work,
How
Akane.
can you believe her so easily?
But with Pekko's height, I don't think she'd be able to reach the circuit breaker in the office.
Don't say she stood on the case.
I don't care about a technicality like that. Peko's the one who tripped the breaker and caused the blackout.
No. After this debate, blue color we call it argue spots. Blue color argue spot. Weak spots are called argue spots. When agree spots with truth bullets, you need to flip your way of thinking. This is new. Prove them correct. Oh man, this is... I'm already feeling a bit overwhelmed, but okay, let's do this.
Since Peko was in the office, she could have caused the blackout at any time.
That's impossible.
Huh? Why is it impossible?
Because I was not in the office. Not even before the blackout.
What happened to your guard duty?
Sorry.
Oh, you weren't in the office? That's clearly a desperate excuse.
Since Peko was in the office, she could have caused the blackout at any time.
That's impossible.
Huh? Why is it impossible?
I'm gonna guess Nekomaru's,
Because I was not in the office.
because she was trying to go to the bathroom,
Not
right?
even before the blackout.
I agree with that.
Did that say consent?
No, I think Peko is telling the truth.
I thought I failed that, because it looked like it bounced off it. Consent. That was kind of funny.
Don't tell me you're crushing on Peko.
Sort of I am, Kaz.
It's nothing like that at all. Nekomaru's account is actually Peko's alibi.
It's true. Someone was
Oh, was
occupying the
Peko
bathroom for
in
a
it?
long time, shortly after the party started.
Oh, maybe I'm off about the bathroom then. So wait, someone... But wasn't it closed, like, right when we arrived, and Nekomaru and Pekoyama weren't in there, right?
And it was finally freed up after Byakuya's body was discovered.
Then the person who was in the bathroom that whole time was actually...
Everyone else besides Peko was in the dining hall after the party started, right?
I see. So there's no way anybody else could have locked themselves in the bathroom except Peko.
She should have said something.
I guess that would be true.
You locked yourself in the commode? You should have said so earlier.
Yeah, I kind of agree. It was kind of a serious situation. We kind of needed to know where everyone was.
There's no way she'd actually say that. Gosh, you're so insensitive.
If she locked herself in the bathroom for that long, there's no doubt. It's shit.
Thanks, Nekomaru.
Oh, there's no way she'd admit it. There's no way she'd admit she was taking a shit.
Hey, weren't you guys taught any basic manners, or were you raised in a locker room?
Well, with Nekomaru, I could believe he was raised in a locker room.
I'm sorry.
It's fine. How about we stop talking about this and move on to something else?
Don't worry, the smell wasn't that strong. I used the bathroom right after you, so you can trust me.
Oh man, Nekomaru, you have a way with words.
I said it's fine.
But still, you were in the bathroom for a really long time. Did you get food poisoning or something?
As soon as I stepped into the office, I felt this sudden rush of pain in my stomach. Because of that, I was unable to leave the bathroom, including when the blackout occurred.
Hey, how did it feel to do your business in the dark?
Okay.
Did you get excited?
Not you two.
Seriously, stop it.
But still, your stomach pain. Was that really just a coincidence?
Hey, what's the deal? Don't butt into other people's business, especially if you didn't do any investigating.
I'm only butting in because you fucking idiots are out of your element.
I still think you need to be quiet.
Stop this childish nonsense. Just what do you mean by coincidence?
What I mean is it possible someone slipped her some laxatives?
Oh. Interesting. But wait, who... No, because Akane ate too, and she didn't have to do
If
that.
so, the killer could have tripped the breaker as soon as that girl left the office, don't you think?
I see. That might have happened.
Yeah, no. No, that's not it. Show me party dishes.
Did you eat anything weird?
I don't remember eating anything weird. Now that you mention it... You brought food to the office, right? Just a little bit from the dining hall.
There might have been some laxatives in it, don't you think?
No,
That's wrong.
No, it's impossible that laxatives were slipped into the food in the dining hall. Because Pekka wasn't the only one who ate that food. Akane ate some of it too.
If the food had laxatives in it, I'm pretty sure Akane would have had stomach issues as well.
I feel totally fine.
I said the dishes are innocent. Don't go making weird accusations.
I apologize for causing a scene.
It's alright, Pekoyama. Ms. Pekoyama. We just need to get all our facts straight, okay?
Fuyuhiko should apologize, not you. He's the one who made the laxative accusation.
What the fuck did you say, bitch?
Is this bickering?
Let's just dismiss Pekko's stomachache as a coincidence and go back to discussing the blackout. Yeah. We already know that, you trashy skank. You don't have to tell us. Trashy skank?
As long as the murder happened during the blackout, then the blackout itself is what's actually important. So we need to make it clear how that blackout occurred. It's going to be the irons, I think.
Who tripped the breaker and how did they do it? If you can't answer that, I'm gonna bop you on the head.
Try it, Squirt.
Throw a stone and hit it?
Maybe they used a remote control?
I think...
Probably messed with the breaker.
No, I think that was what I needed to
It does
do.
not have to be the breaker.
So blue statements are the
They
agree
may have tampered with
statements.
the power supply and transmitters.
Is that... No. Oops.
Crap!
Who tripped the breaker and how did they do it?
What was
If you can't
the...
answer that, I'm gonna bop you on the head.
What was the way to speed it up?
Did they throw a stone and hit it?
Maybe they used a remote control?
No, okay. Sorry.
Crap!
Who tripped the breaker and how did they do it? If you can't answer that, I'm gonna bop you on the head.
Did they throw a stone and hit it?
Maybe they used a remote control?
They probably messed with the breaker.
It does not have to be the breaker. They may have tampered with the power supply and transmitters. Or maybe they caused a power surge?
There it is.
I agree with that.
Consent, I agree with that. You are absolutely correct.
It's just as Mahiru said. The blackout was caused by a power surge.
Power
Of course,
surge.
that's not a coincidence. Someone caused it intentionally.
Which is why those 3 irons were arranged to cause the blackout.
When you found them right after the blackout, the irons were still on, right?
So by leaving those irons on in the storage room, they deliberately
And
caused a power surge.
it wasn't just those irons either.
Yeah. It seems that's how the killer caused the blackout.
Stupid fool!
Whoa, calm down there, bud.
Hold on a second, let me speak too!
What the heck?
You say the irons in the storage room were used to trigger the blackout? That's inexcusable!
Why? Okay, this again. Probably the AC timer, I think.
If the irons in the storage room caused the blackout, then for the killer to turn the irons on, you're saying they went all the way to the storage room? And that means everyone who was in the dining hall when the blackout occurred can't be a suspect. If the irons in the storage room caused the blackout, then for the killer to turn the irons on, You're saying they went all the way to the storage room? And that means everyone who was in the dining hall when the blackout occurred can't be a suspect.
I think I'm seeing
The irons
how
in the
it
storage
works.
room caused the blackout. Then for the killer to turn the irons on. You're saying they went all the way to the storage room? And that means everyone who was in the dining hall when the blackout occurred can't be a suspect.
Man, how do I...
If the iron's in the store, then for the killer to turn the irons on. You're saying they went all the way, and that means everyone who was in the dining hall when the blackout occurred can't be a suspect.
Oh, it was the opposite of what I thought.
No, just because people were in the dining hall doesn't mean they're not a suspect.
But the people in the dining hall weren't able to cause the blackout. If the irons caused the blackout.
Allow me to cut through
Okay,
those words.
I think I get it a bit better the second time around.
One reason the blackout occurred, but they weren't the direct trigger.
I have to cut through the statements on my side of the screen. Was that it? Ooh. I think I get it better this time, but I still don't like it.
The direct trigger was when the air conditioners in the dining hall and office clicked on.
Clicked on at exactly 11:30.
Air conditioners!
Yes, air conditioners.
The timers for both air conditioners were set to 11:30 p.m.
11:30 p.m. Mr. Ham-Hands died around that time too.
I see. When the timers activated the air conditioners, the breaker was tripped and caused a blackout. I see. I understand. Indubitably.
Indubitably?
They probably checked the old building's energy usage in advance and used the irons to nearly max it out. So once they set the air conditioner's timers, they just had to wait until they started up on their own.
If so, even if Pekka was in the office, it still would have been possible to cause a blackout, indubitably.
Indubitably? Miss Sonia, not you too.
Indubitably.
Regarding the energy usage, they probably asked Monokuma about it.
Interesting idea.
Dun dun dun.
Is she right? Such a hateful bear. You deserve to die 1,000 deaths.
Wow, that's the most intense thing Monomi has said.
1,000, you say? If I died that many times, I might really stay dead, you know?
Shut up! You guys just stay quiet! I couldn't have prevented the blackout
Good work,
even
my
if
hero.
I was in the office. Even so, I feel regret. If I was in the office, I could have reset the breaker in time. And maybe the murder wouldn't have occurred.
Can't think like that. Can't think like that, Ms. Pekoyama.
No, the breaker in the office was built into a high area of the wall that's impossible to reach. Resetting the breaker in that darkness would have been impossible, no matter what.
Sounds like you don't need to blame yourself.
Even so, the killer is so sly. I'm starting to worry we may never actually find them.
It's all right. You don't have to worry. Because they're just a petty killer, right? They can't defeat symbols of hope like you guys.
Well, I would hope not.
There's no way everybody will lose now. This little incident will just be a stepping stone for you all.
Why are you talking like this, Nagito?
In the end, hope always wins. That's what I believe.
Yeah.
Nagito? What happened to you?
Huh? What do you mean?
Well, you have been saying this whole time that there's no way a killer could be among us.
Oh, is that so? Well, let's just put that minor detail aside for now and talk about the incident. For now, we found out how the blackout occurred. But the question is, who caused it, right?
Freaking me out a bit, Nagito. But yes, you are correct.
Anybody could have hid and set the timers for the air conditioners. Setting up the irons in the storage room could have been done before Byakuya set foot in the old building.
Yeah, and it could have been done by the guy who was preparing everything beforehand.
What a shame. Any one of us is capable of that.
I don't know about that.
What are you implying?
He's just saying, after all this time, we still haven't made any progress. Huh? Even though we have been arguing for so long?
Fortunately, it's the truth. Despite the fact that we've discussed this at length, there's not even one clue that leads to the killer. But that might be because there's no way any of us could be a killer.
Why are you...
You're changing your story again?
Anyway, I have an idea about what we all should do at this point. Has anyone thought about our situation like this? Instead of surviving by doubting others, isn't it better to get killed for believing in others?
Doesn't that mean... Are you saying we should all just give up and die?
Nagito, there's definitely something wrong with you.
I agree, Hajime. This is going in a direction I did not foresee.
You guys only think there's something wrong with me because there's something wrong with you.
I feel like you might have been, like, deeply traumatized because of what happened in the last game. And I think Byakuya's death has kind of broke something in you.
Suspecting each other like this. There's no way that's healthy behavior. Let's stop this already. We don't have to find out who the killer is. I can't stand this anymore. I don't want to do this to my friends.
I don't want to do this either.
Me too! Please, take me home already! I want to go home and eat candy!
Stop it. If everyone acts like this, I'm gonna...
Everyone calm down. We're all friends, aren't we? There's no way one friend would murder another.
Nagito, you need to stop talking. You need to take a deep breath and just stop talking.
Then why did Byakuya die?
Who cares? Let's just give up already. There are no clues that lead to the killer anyway. Not a single one.
That's wrong. I think.
Did you say something?
'Cause we've already found a clue that might point to who the killer is.
You know who the killer is?
The killer? I don't know. But we do have a clue about a suspicious person. I think.
Let me hear it, Chiaki.
Let's see. Then care to tell me, what's this clue you're talking about?
First of all, let's try thinking about how the killer was able to obtain the knife during the blackout.
Well, didn't we establish that it was there before?
Didn't we already cover that? They used glowing paint as a mark.
No, not that. I mean before that.
Before? Well, it wasn't... No, I think it was set up before that.
Let's try examining the situation. My hero's diagram might be useful here.
I'm confused.
The
Again.
diagram of where everyone was standing before the blackout, right? Here it is.
You're pretty close to that table there, Nagito. Discuss how the killer was able to move to the table in the dark. Spot selection. I would think either tape or lamp.
Here!
Lamp it is.
The killer must have used the desk lamp to move to that table in the dark.
Desk lamp? I hope you don't mean they turned on a light or something.
There was a blackout. There's no way the killer could have used the desk lamp.
So Nagito either did it or he's covering for the person. Which, if he is a traumatized Makoto... Oh, crap. The power cord?
I can prove it with this.
Yeah, find it from the power
Turn the
cord.
desk lamp on. They used its power cord.
What I was saying, I think if this is Makoto and he's traumatized, then He could just be trying to cover for the person due to that trauma.
They could have felt their way to that table using the power cord, right? By doing that, the killer was able to move to the table and use the glowing paint.
Man,
to find the knife.
if Nagito turns out to have done this, that is it. It has blindsided. It will blindside me. I was not thinking of this.
And there's only one person here who could have done that.
Who?
Well, hello.
You're the only one! Nagito, it was you, wasn't it?
What's your deal, man? Why are you doing this?
Me?
Judging from everyone's positions before the blackout, the only person near the power cord was you.
Which means the only one who could have felt their way to the table using the power cord was Nagito!
That's just a coincidence.
But still, you had a chance, right? A chance to hide the knife under the table?
But during the blackout, I'm not sure I'm. Yeah, this is when I would think.
I see! Nagito, weren't you cleaning the dining hall all morning? If so, you would have had a chance to hide the knife.
That's...
If you factor in the power cord and the time you spent cleaning, you're the only one who could have done it.
Seriously! That's all just a coincidence!
If it was just one coincidence, it'd be fine. But when it's one right after another, I wonder... Is something like that even possible?
Good work for bringing us back on track, Chiaki.
Could it be? Did you give yourself cleaning duty on purpose so you
Oh
could
my
hide
goodness.
the knife under the table?
I didn't consider that, Mahiro. You think he rigged the sticks when everyone was choosing? Wow.
Now that you mention it, Nagito did prepare the drawing to pick who cleaned the dining hall.
Yes, he did.
You rigged the drawing,
I
didn't
feel
you?
this is. I feel
That's
like
how
this
you
is
got
too
picked to
early.
clean the dining hall, isn't
I
it?
feel like this is happening too early for it to be Nagito.
I don't know if you're the killer or not, but regardless, it proves that you're suspicious, right?
Suspicious, yes. Maybe he did all this in order to urge Byakuya to try and get people together. But then a real murder happened. Maybe he sent that letter. Maybe he's the one who sent the letter to get Byakuya to throw the party, to get people to unite. And unfortunately, someone actually used that opportunity to murder him. Maybe that's if Nagito is not the killer.
If that's the case, that strange speech you made earlier, that was part of your plan too.
You got us to lower our guard and tried to hide the fact that you did it, didn't you, you motherfucker?
Well, just admit it already!
Nagito, tell me you object to this. Frankly, I don't want to believe it either. We investigated together. You were so kind. I can't believe you're the one who killed Byakuya. Nagito, say something!
Seriously, do say something. Okay, this is not what I wanted you to say.
The Ultimates are working together to combat the despair of their friend's death! How wonderful! How beautiful it is!
Huh?
At that moment, Nagito's eyes, the darkness in his eyes shone brightly, as if layers upon layers of darkness were folding into each other, as if hope and despair had been crudely mixed together.
cut to the chase. You're correct. It was my doing all along. I'm the one who hid the knife under the table before the party started. I'm the one who used the power cord to find my way to the table in the dark. And of course, I'm the one who caused the blackout. After all, there's no way I'd knowingly whip out a knife in front of everyone, right?
Is it just me, or does he seem a little nuts right now?
No, it's not just you.
But I never expected Byakuya to have night vision goggles. Because of that, we had ourselves a little scuffle under the table. And, well, you all saw how that played out.
No, I don't believe you.
With a twist ending like this, I think we can all agree this ended up being a very interesting mystery.
No. The wounds on his body don't match with the knife.
Byakuya performed admirably.
Just stop it already! Seriously! What the hell happened to you?
Don't tell me. Is this your true nature? Were you lying to us this entire time?
Lie? That's outrageous! There's no way someone like me could ever lie to you guys. I understand better than anyone else that I'm ultimately worthless. Too arrogant to have dreams or cling to hope. Too disdainful to actually try at anything. I've made peace with the fact that I'm a lowly, stupid, insignificant human who can't do anything right.
Holy crap! He's totally the type of guy who spent his childhood killing neighborhood pets!
No. But it looks like he's been made that way.
He seems like the sort of person whose eyes light up while watching Friday the 13th. Just like me.
Okay. Thanks for that, Sonia.
That's quite the hobby you have there. But, like, now's not really the time to bring it up.
This guy, is he the real Nagito? No, I don't think
Nagito,
so.
if you were behind all of this, then did you also send that threatening letter?
Yep, I sure did. There's nobody else on this island whose handwriting is that painful to look at, right?
But why would you send a threatening letter in the first place?
I think, somewhere deep in my heart, I was probably hoping to find someone who would stop my evil deeds. Well, I bet if that really was my reason, at least some of you would feel sorry for me.
Are you making fun of us?
By threatening Byakuya, Nagito was likely able to manipulate his actions. In doing so, Nagito was able to manipulate everyone to the scene where the murder would occur. Am I wrong?
Yeah, but that seems risky. I mean, more witnesses all gathered in the same place. That seems risky to me.
That reminds me. Nagito was the one who suggested I guard the office.
Oh, I get it. If Peko was guarding the storage room, Nagito wouldn't have been able to use the irons.
The threatening letter, along with all your suggestions, it was all a trap to manipulate us.
Yep, that's true too. But you're wrong about one thing.
Huh? What?
I didn't need to rig the drawing for cleaning duty, you know?
If that's true, then how did you conveniently get picked for cleaning duty?
I see. Well, there's no way I'd expect you to remember it.
Remember what?
Worthless talent for a worthless human.
What? That you're the ultimate lucky student?
I see! You're the ultimate lucky student. Then, did you?
You didn't leave it to chance, did you?
That's right. I just trusted my luck. I trusted I'd be picked for cleaning duty.
You just relied on your luck?
It's
That's
not
crazy,
just
man. That's
luck.
crazy.
It's true my talent sucks, but I'm still the ultimate lucky student, you know? At the time, Hajime said I wasn't lucky. But it was actually the opposite. I was lucky. That's why I got picked for cleaning duty. Just like I wanted.
Enough. I don't care about that anymore. More importantly, why did you kill Byakuya? Answer me!
Byakuya was a very capable leader. For someone like him to get killed, the despair it brings. It's only fitting that you symbols of hope should use his death as a stepping stone to shine even brighter. That was my only motivation.
Yeah, you've gone crazy, but I still don't think you're telling the truth.
You're not making any sense!
Fine, let's start the damn vote already. I'm ready to fucking kill this psycho.
Please, Monokuma!
Please, wait!
Huh? The fuck?
How should I put this? Is Nagito...
Yes, you know, because the wounds don't match.
What are you saying? He's already confessed, hasn't he?
No, Teru. I think you're the killer.
I already know that, but there's just something a little strange. If it's only a little, then keep your mouth shut. Your ugly face is stressing me out. It makes me want to puke.
No.
I'm sorry.
We can't speak up.
For now, might I suggest we listen to what she has to say?
But we know who the killer is.
Simply listening is acceptable. However, I won't allow this to end with mere play. Now then, let us lift the curtain for our bloody spectacle.
White noise. Yep. Oh, okay. Show me the hair testimony. Autopsy report. Yep. Let's go.
I think it's strange that...
The killer is so obviously Nagito!
He has already confessed.
You know...
You guys, you need to let her talk.
That bastard Nagito is the one who did it. He killed Byakuya with the knife he did.
No, that's wrong.
No, that's wrong.
That knife might not be the murder weapon. That's what you wanted to say, right, Mikon?
Mikon.
What the hell are you talking about? It's obvious the knife was the murder weapon.
You know, Ibuki brought it up earlier that it's so obvious, but in quotes.
Based on the entry of those on Byakuya's body, the actual weapon should be
Nagito, are you pulling a
5
Byakuya right now?
diameter.
Where you try and get in our way, like he did in the last game?
5 millimeters in diameter? That's like way skinnier than a knife!
Hey, that better be true. If you screwed up, I'll sell your fucking ass to a whorehouse.
Man, Fuyuhiko and Seonji, you guys need to chill out.
Not a whorehouse! Hey, why are you threatening her?
Is this what you're trying to say, Mikon? As long as we can't prove that the knife is the murder weapon, we can't assume that I'm the killer.
What are you saying? No one else can be the killer. It has to be you.
Hey, don't blame me. Mikon's the one who said it.
I'm sorry. Hey, Nagito. Are you still hiding something?
Hiding?
Like, during the blackout, did something happen between you and Byakuya that we don't know about?
Who knows?
After all this, what else do you intend to hide?
Jeez, the moment your back's against the wall, you get all silent. You piss me off.
What happened during the blackout? Ugh! If you cross your eyes like this, it gives you double vision!
Good work, Ibuki.
Don't get distracted. Our lives are at stake, you know?
Huh? Whose life is at stake?
Seriously,
ours.
how long is it gonna take for you to understand the damn rules?
Nobody can see in the dark, no matter how hard you think about it. The truth is beyond your sight.
Well, we don't have to rely on sight.
Don't you think that's a pretty clever metaphor? Despite the fact that it came from me?
No, that's not it.
Not it? What's not it?
Yes.
I can prove it with this. Even if we couldn't see what happened in the dark, I'm pretty sure someone could have heard it. Isn't that right, Ibuki?
Oh, real?
Yeah, that's it.
You were the one who told me, remember? How everyone was shouting during the blackout?
Everyone, calm down. We gotta stay calm in a situation like this.
Ah! Don't step on my feet!
Oh, do you think that was Nagito?
What the hell? What's going on here? This is...
Ow!
Turn the damn lights on! I can't eat like this, you know!
He said ow?
You guys?
I don't remember that.
Where are you? Wasn't the blackout just in the kitchen?
Perhaps the breaker overloaded?
Hold on a sec. I'll go along the wall and do something about it.
Such perceptive hearing. Impressive. I'd expect no less from the ultimate musician.
It's a good thing your ears are awesome because your face, style, figure, and personality totally suck.
You've cut me deep with your knife of truth!
However, after hearing what Byakuya and Nagito said in the dark,
What the hell? What's going on here? This is...
Ow!
it almost sounds like Byakuya fought back against Nagito or something.
Kinda.
Well, that's actually what happened. As a sign of respect for Ibuki's talent, I have a small confession to make.
Okay.
I was actually shoved out from under the table by Byakuya.
He shoved you out?
Just as the blackout occurred, I hurried to duck under the table and grab the knife, but Byakuya, wearing his night vision goggles, caught me and shoved me right out from under the table. That's right. I'm so incompetent that I couldn't even grab the knife.
So Byakuya stopped him when he was trying to get the knife. And he got shoved out from under the table before he could even grab it? Well, it sounds plausible. I mean, just from listening to what they both said at the time.
What the hell? What's going on here? This is...
Ow!
I could interpret it like that. No, actually, now that I think about it, that sounds exactly what
After
happened.
getting shoved out from under the table, I was just as confused as you guys. I lost sight of the glowing paint. I didn't even know where the power cord was. Before I realized it, the lights had come back on, and Byakuya's body was lying under the table.
Hold on! Are you saying you're not the killer?
From the very beginning, the idea to throw a party, hiding the knife, setting up the blackout, it was all going according to plan. But unfortunately, my plan failed. And all thanks to Byakuya's night vision goggles. What happened after that? Even I don't know.
You failed? Then you're not the one who killed Byakuya?
Oh man, I don't know how I feel about this.
And we're right back to square one!
How can that be? We spent all this time talking back and forth!
What other word is brimming? with
Okay,
so
now
much
you're the
despair?
one who needs to shut up, Nagito.
But you can't give up. You need to have hope. Do your best and move forward. Rising to the challenge again and again is why you guys are the symbols of hope.
Is Nagito really not the killer? Yes. Is this guy really Nagito I knew before? No, I think he's just crazy or traumatized or something. No, there's no way I can say that. I just thought I knew him, but this whole time I didn't know anything about this guy. I didn't know his true character. It's as simple as that. But now's not the time for me to dwell on that. We need to find Byakuya's killer by any means necessary, because if we don't, we will die here. Suspended?
Well now.
What?
then.
Excuse me? What does this mean? Does it mean B? What is B? What is it? What? How do I continue on B, guess the killer challenge? What is B? Oh.
And of course, there's no $10 million
Okay.
either.
You're so evil.
Yes. Okay, we'll stop there.
Hi, Mon Ami. And my heart is throbbing like crazy right now.
Well, that's very nice. I think I'll give my thoughts on how the first half of this is going next time. It's just there's a lot to think about. So I'm just gonna end here, and I'll talk about it next time. But this is definitely not going how I thought it was gonna go. So either way, have a good night or day.